Hello Aries, welcome back to my channel if you're a returning subscriber. If you're new, thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general collective reading for Aries. I normally just pull out 3 house cards to indicate the areas that are coming up for you. This time around we've got 7th house partners coming in. Let's see if we'll get another one now. Yes, okay, 9th house. We've got 12th house. Okay. So we've got 7th house, 9th house and 12th house. This gives us the areas that are going to come up for you this month. This will be for October. Void of course moon, so some quiet time required. Just it's a pause period until things until you get the go ahead. Things are not quite as they seem in your relationship house. We've got Cancer, I feel. So, some emotional aspects, nostalgia, memories. Lunar eclipse change. Okay. Bottom of the deck is Uranus. Let's see what the goddesses have got to say. Endings and beginnings. See. Okay, we've got Guardian. Bottom of the goddess deck is Compassion, Kuan Yin. Okay, so all right, so it looks like okay, so it looks like 7th house partners, you've had some sort of change. Possibly you've moved out of a relationship and now you're going into a new one. That's what it looks like, 7th house. And you've got void of course moon at the bottom, which is saying that things are not quite as they seem. The moon goes through a sort of a shadow period between signs. So it's just a quiet pause period. And this is the period for resting and dreaming and imaginings and planning. It's not a time for action. So this may cover the period of a week or so, or maybe some part of the month upcoming. But it's not normally a protracted period. It really just depends on divine timing. So it looks like with Kali, endings and beginnings here, something has ended and something new is beginning. All this is still coming in for you. But I feel because of the void of course moon missing, that something has ended and you're now in this interim period before a beginning. 7th house deals with everything to do with partners. So this is your relationship. This is normally a committed relationship or a serious relationship. This is not just a love affair anymore. This is the next phase. So you could be going to the next phase. So you could be also going from just a love affair into something much more committed, or you have ended something and you're now going into a new relationship. See how it resonates with you. But everything to do with relationships comes up with the 7th house. So with void of course moon, as I said, there's a pause period. It's a no action period. Do not put your energy into anything big, or sort of a big a gesture or a purchase, or any kind of like an initiation, a big energetic push towards something. This is a time to pause, be quiet, rest, gather your energies, your resources. It's a planning period. It's a connecting to the divine. So it's very much internal rest period, where you start to, you start to visualize what you want, so that when this period passes, then you can go forward. Then you will have the action, the urge to action which you require. All the action could be coming to you. Your partner could be bringing this action to you. So you're going to be in this period for a while. As I said, maybe a week, maybe longer, but it's going to unfold over the next while. And just know that you're in this period between something ending and something beginning, or it's still coming for you. But I do feel that it's that period in between the two. And as I said, this could be the next level in a relationship, because 7th house is that, or it could be the ending of perhaps a past relationship that's now gone, and you're now entering something new. Then in the middle, you've got 9th house. This is the house of all intuitive processes. And because you've got Cancer here, this is very much about using your intuition. Okay, so your gut instincts, your intuition. And this is also about nurturing. This is the nurturing of others and nurturing of yourself. The 9th house is about international travel. Perhaps you're planning something. Perhaps you're wanting to go and visit somebody, in your 7th house, somebody, a partner, or a relationship that you have. This is normally close personal relationships. So this is a love relationship, or it can be a business partnership as well, or some other one-on-one close relationship. So the 9th house can be connected to that. So it could be international travel, but it is also about learning. So this is normally higher education, like university or adult education. It's also very much about faith, about the wisdom. It's a spiritual life, your spiritual life. Anything to do with belief systems comes up with the 9th house. So you could be involved in something, perhaps you're studying something, or you're learning about something to do with a belief system, or your intuitive processes. You could be receiving a lot of downloads at the moment, and you may just be focusing on this currently. So 9th house is all about that. It's about prophecy. It's about belief systems. It's about intuition, the intuitive processes, and everything to do with that, the gaining of wisdom, the seeking of truth, and so on. It's everything to do with that. It's also the house of exploration and adventure. So you could be preparing for something like that, whether it's internal, like we're learning, which is an exploration, or it could be an adventure that you're wanting to go on, or you will be going on. Perhaps, as I said, you're planning for that now. It can also be about legal situations, like the law, or so you could be involved in some sort of legal issue. It could be for yourself or somebody that you're very close to at the moment. And with the Cancer house, Cancer card coming in, could be family members that you're involved with at the moment, something to do with that. So the law, the higher courts could be coming in. So also this card can also be about teaching, about publishing, about promotional work of all kinds. So perhaps with something that you're endeavoring to do, perhaps you're trying to connect with the world, because this covers international things, or foreign cultures, foreign places, foreign people. You may be trying to connect to that in some way, and it's all about that process. Perhaps you're publishing, or perhaps you're showing others, or you're wanting to teach, or you are involved in some sort of promotional work around the 9th house, that projection of what you know to a wider audience, which could very well be foreign or international. So with the Cancer card coming in, this is all about family, the home, domestic issues, that sort of thing. So you could be dealing with something to do with that. And the legal aspects may be coming in, something to do with that, a family member, or it could be a female member of your family, a feminine in your family. It could also be to do with the gaining of feminine wisdom, the enhancements of that, which comes through your intuition as well. So you could be involved in that. You could be learning things. You could be learning feminine wisdom through some aspect, some learning aspect, some educational side, or you could be transmitting that knowledge outward in some way. But intuition is very strong, instincts are very strong. So it's saying go with your instincts at this time. There could be a fair bit of looking back at the past, a bit of nostalgia and sentimentality. Just remember you can't live there, but you can draw the wisdom from that and apply it to your current situation. All decisions are made from the present moment, not from the past and not from the future. So something to do with that. It could also be to do with old things like antiques and so on, moving that around in your home, or perhaps the buying and selling of that can come in with this card as well. But it's ruled by the moon, so there will be cycles, there will be phases happening with this card. It's a very emotional card. It's also about just be aware of your emotional side, and when you need to, if there's a lot going on in this house, if there's things happening and you just get a little bit overwhelmed, which can happen with the Cancer, then just withdraw, like the crab, just withdraw and go into a little bit of a retreat where you spend time on your own, close to water would be helpful. Just to withdraw, to rebalance yourself, so that when you need to go back into the fray again, that you are feeling rejuvenated in some way. So it's also about nurturing. This card is about nurturing. So you could be nurturing a trip that you're trying to plan, like an international trip, or you could be nurturing your own well-being and your intuition. And harnessing those, your instincts and intuition at this time, or you could be dealing with family members, but it can also be about the projection of knowledge, or the projection of things that you want to promote. Somehow you want to actually get the word out about perhaps what it is you do. Perhaps you have your own YouTube channel, or you are involved in intuitive processes in some way, channeling, something like that. And this is harnessing your emotional side and moving through forward with that. With seek quiet time, it's saying take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate and contemplate, which comes in with the Cancer card. So you may have been striving a lot to bring about certain things in your 9th house, and you've been very busy. You've been Cancerians can be very the Cancer energy can be very resourceful. They're very resourceful people, very resilient people. So you could have been through quite a bit, and you're now busy gathering ideas, busy gathering information, learning things, promoting things, and you've been busy in the 9th house. There's quite a bit going on, and it could also be, as I said, to do with family situations. And Sikh is saying take time to be on your own, which is what the Cancer reiterates as well. It's is ruled. Cancer is the sign is the crab. So withdraw periodically to rebalance yourself, to nurture yourself, to actually to give yourself time and space. And that's what she's saying. Meditation, quiet time, rest, meditate, contemplate, go within. That is what she is saying. Then finally we have the 12th house here. The 12th house is the house of escape. It does rule escaping, which can be a retreat or a withdrawal, or and it can be a physical withdrawal, like a yoga retreat, or a holiday, or some sort of trip, or a time away where you go into a retreat. That it can cover that. It also covers meditation, your spiritual life, healing, mysticism. Everything comes in with the 12th house. Your psychic life, your psychic abilities, everything to do with that comes in here. And it can also cover addictions of all kinds. It's basically everything that's in the unconscious, everything that resides in the unconscious, which rules about 90% of our lives. It's what's behind the scenes, what's hidden below. So this can be hidden feelings, it can be the past, it can be old emotions, it can be karmic situations from your past, karmic lessons. Everything to do with karma falls into the 12th house. It can also be about visiting certain types of institutions, so whether this is a government institution or a university or a library or a hospital, and your experiences there. So it covers all of that. Now, what I would say, because you've got lunar eclipse change coming in here, there's some sort of shift that is going to occur, the 12th house. The 12th house can also cover twin flames, the meeting of twin flames. If you are in a partnership with a very special someone, you know, you may now be moving forward in that. A lunar eclipse change is an unexpected change coming in for you. Now, it depends on where you are in your life, your attitude, your inner beliefs, where you are in your spiritual growth, and so on. Lunar eclipse change can be a very abrupt, unexpected change, but it's always inevitable. Okay, it's an inevitable change which has to occur. So it could be a change in your thinking, it could be a change in your attitude, it could be a change in your unconscious beliefs, your spiritual life, your meditation. It could be seeing something in a new light. It could be having a realization about something. But it can also be something rising up to the surface to be dealt with. This can be an emotion or an experience or a karmic situation, something rising up. But it could also be something that you've known about, but you haven't taken action on, or it hasn't shown itself yet. So this is something that's been bubbling away in the background, and now all of a sudden it bubbles over. Okay, so it can be an upheaval. So it can be a sudden change coming in for you. But I feel, because it's the 12th house, I feel that it's relationship based. Or it could be everything around your past. Perhaps it's karmic lifetimes that you've had with this person. Perhaps it's situations that are now coming up to be dealt with. Or it could be a change in your circumstances, and now this person is presenting themselves, and it's going to create a change in your life, a change of pace, a change of outlook, a change of direction. But it could be very quick, very unexpected. So see how that plays out for you. But it's cyclical. This could wrap up within 6 weeks, or it could unfold and complete within a 6-month period. So any time between now and 6 months, it could be 2 months, it could be 1 month, you know, within 6 weeks or within a 6-month period. So cyclical. There may be phases, cycles to this situation that's unfolding for you, but a change is definitely on the horizon. Here we've got Artemis Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. So whatever this change is bringing in for you, it's going to bring up things perhaps within yourself which you need to deal with, but it could also be, as I said, you visiting certain institutions, perhaps, you know, with legal issues. There's certain things that need to be dealt with. But she's saying that do not worry about, do not concern yourself. So this could be an unconscious worry that you have, and something lurking in your unconscious which you're concerned about. So this could be problems, you know, or perhaps worries or fears. It could be fears that are rising up now around this change or around the situation. And it's saying, don't be concerned about that. You are protected. Your loved ones are protected. Do not concern yourself with that. Rather, focus your energy on spreading your love and light to others. So this can be a kind word to somebody. It can be just your presence. You uplifting others, you spreading healing, you disseminating information, spiritual information, which comes in with the 9th house. You know, spread your love and light. Focus on that. Do not concern yourself with, you know, worrying that, you know, perhaps some hidden fear or some old, like ancient fear coming up, perhaps from past lifetime. Something didn't work out, and now you're starting to feel uncomfortable with this shift or change that comes in. You know, it can create an upheaval. If you've been in any kind of a rut, it will push you out of that. Okay, but I feel this is about unconscious things rising up, perhaps a fear or an issue, and now it needs to be dealt with. And it's saying, don't worry. Your loved ones and you are protected. The situation is protected. Rather, focus your energy on spreading your love and light. Here we've got Kuan Yin, compassion. Release judgments about yourself and others and focus on the love and light that is within everyone, which is exactly what I've said here. So spread your love and light, all right? Be compassionate to others who perhaps are going through a more, a slower ascension process. Perhaps they are dealing with a lot of 3D issues, or they're busy making their way through some heavy karmic situations, whatever it might be. Just, spread your compassion, your love and your light, and see past the judgment. Let go of that, okay? Because that is going to impede your process. So this could be, as I said, things rising up. It could be frustration. It could be sort of annoyance, or just feeling alone in your situation. But just release judgments about yourself and others, and rather focus on this love and light and spread that, okay? Because things are in hand. That you are protected, your loved ones are protected, and so don't concern yourself, don't worry about that, don't put energy into worry. Just be at peace, and focus on your compassion, and spend time in meditation and quiet, retreat when you need to, and you will get there in the end. A full moon may be important for you. We've got moon energy quite often here. We've got the moon in the lunar eclipse, and we've got the moon in Cancer. So full moons, or the cycles of the moon, may very well affect you as well. We also have an eclipse here. So it's either a moon or a lunar or a solar eclipse may be important, especially for the 7th house situation. This unfolding that is going to happen in your 7th house. You've also got void of course moon, so a lot of moon energy. Clearly the full moon, or any sort of cycle of the moon, possibly new moon, which is it is also very powerful, can be important for you. So track the moon, track the new moons, track the full moons and the eclipses, and track your journey through there. We've got Uranus genius here. So this is about harnessing your inner genius, and I feel this is coming in for you with your 9th house, and even with your 12th house. I feel you're going to be channeling this in some way. Each of us have got this side to us, and with Uranus, especially with the lunar eclipse coming in, I feel this can also be a big change coming in, which can be unconscious. So this can be you opening up your psychic abilities, or your intuitive abilities, or being able to perhaps read Akashic records or karmic situations, whatever is your thing in the 12th house, because the 12th house deals with all of that. Something is going to be activated with this lunar eclipse. Something is going to get shifted. And as I said, it depends very much, your attitude, your approach, your the way you are seeing things. It can be a realization, seeing things very differently can come in with that. And Uranus is very much about that. Uranus can be like a bolt of lightning coming down. All of a sudden you have an incredible realization about something, or you have a leap of consciousness. It can also be liberation from something. It can be liberation from old issues, whether they are karmic or from your early life. It can be things that have perhaps held you back, inhibitions, fears, worries. Uranus can free you from that, but the lunar eclipse is going to do the shift. The lunar eclipse is going to lever you out of that situation, and Uranus is all about that leap of consciousness, that it could even be a brilliant idea about something. It can be connecting, seeing things in quite a different way. It can be connecting with very technologically adept people. So these can be cutting edge kinds of people. These can be people that you could also be connecting with people who are very different from you. They could have a different sexual orientation, or they could be quite eccentric, or they could be just very unconventional. Or you could be embodying this within you with these shifts going on, where you are perceived as being unconventional or not mainstream. But what you're doing is you're channeling, you're processing your inner genius. And that is what it is. It's the awakener. Uranus is the awakener, the great awakener, the god of change. And so you could be going through an ascension, a really quite a steep learning curve by the look of things here. So it's the opening up, the liberation, the freedom, rattling a few cages, it can come through in a very unexpected or unconventional way. You could have something really unexpected occurring. It could be something to do with this, what the 3 Aries we've already talked about, something very unexpected which is dealt with by the lunar eclipse. Uranus is double that. Unexpected, unconventional, real shift in consciousness, brilliant idea. It can also be sort of like rebellion as well, so breaking out or breaking free from something. Uranus can do that as well. But it can also be, as I said, connecting with people who are technologically adept, or you could be grappling or learning new technology, which comes in with the 9th house, which is learning. So you could be learning more about technology or incorporating it in some way with the dissemination of this information, which happens in the 9th house. So you could be a teacher and you could be bringing in new technological concepts to the way you teach, or the way you write, or the way you do your promotions and so on. So technological stuff comes in. This is advanced tech. So whatever level of tech you are on at the moment, this is an upgrade. It can also be that you are coming into contact with foreign people. Something like that could be coming in as well. But also you could be having the support and, the support of friends and family, people around you, friends and so on, who can assist you with a lot of different things. So wonderful card. It can be like a bolt of lightning, as I said. So something very unexpected, very quick shift going on here. Let's just do a destiny card quickly for you. Appropriateness. Okay, so this one also wanted to come out. Prudence. All right, so I feel all right, so this with the Cancer, appropriateness. So as I said, if you need to be energetic and you need to be getting stuck in and helping others, especially in your family or whatever, then that's the appropriate action. If you need to withdraw, retreat, to replenish your reserves and to fill up your cup, that is an appropriate action. If you need to just be quiet and wait in this pause period within your partnership because you're between endings and beginnings, that is an appropriate action. It just depends how you want to apply it here, but just remember that others around you may not be going through the same that you are. They may not be having this accelerated extension that you are having, and so you just need to be compassionate and kind at this time, which is an appropriate action. So just be flexible and go with what needs to be done. Prudence, this is sort of keeping your actions in a way which is you don't want to be doing bold, significant, massive actions right now, because you've got void of course moon, which is that in between pause period. You've also got quiet time. Take some quiet time to rest, meditate and contemplate. So keep things contained at the moment, and keep what you're planning, what you want to do with your life, perhaps your relationship, what is going on there, just keep it to yourself for the moment. So just keep everything quiet and spend time in, this is like sacred, keeping everything sacred, and prudent action is not over the top. This has to, your action must match, your energy must match the action that is required. That is the message there, I feel. Okay, Aries, have a wonderful month, and I will see you next time. Take care.